I'm Simone Chin. I am a people manager here at RealDecoy. I've been in the industry for about 10 years, and 8 of which have been at RealDecoy, starting as a technical consultant and growing through the ranks to where I am today. Yep. I think my passion for tech comes from an innate curiosity for problem solving and overall efficiency. I believe that everything is figure outable, right? And once it is that you've figured it out, what else can you do with it, right? How else can you integrate those pieces within your life? So it's not only tech, but let's call it DIY as well. Everything is figure outable, and tech is one of those things that have resonated with me since I was a little girl, since I was 5, and I've been in front of a Gateway 2000 machine using Windows 95. Those days are full of a lot of nostalgia for me in becoming just exposed to tech from a very young age. So I started at RealDecoy as a technical consultant, coming in specializing in front end at the time, but still doing some work on the back end in application development. Started to become technical lead on some of the projects that I was involved in. So not only understanding the whole technical solution, but also understanding how it is that people work together on those projects. I found it was really helpful for other team members to understand the different perspectives that other persons were coming from. If you need to have difficult conversations, for those conversations to be had so we can become a more cohesive team and at the end of the day really produce a quality product in record time, right? So that really got my gears going, and I was really curious about kind of what the next step was. So I actually went on to become Scrum Master certified, understanding a little bit more about the processes involved in delivering products, delivering projects as well, and understanding how best the team gels together during the different processes. So I was at a crossroads as well at this point, like, okay, got my Scrum Master certified. What more? What else? So I got really interested into the concept of coaching, where I was able to ask deep, thought provoking questions to unlock a lot of the potential. I'll call it the hidden potential that we don't even know of ourselves. And, it's a really interesting process when it is that you're walking someone through a conversation where there are so many light bulbs going off, and, they're really thinking about themselves, and what I enjoy about coaching as well, it really is a safe space. So a lot of the conversations, or all of the conversations, are really confidential between the person and the coach, which would be myself. And, there is a level of satisfaction that I get from helping to guide them down that path, right? So I am not the one telling them the answers. One of the pivotal concepts of coaching is that your coachee already has the answers. So it's just a matter of being able to guide them. So I have, Scrum Master certification under my belt. I have some coaching training. Okay, what now? Right? And at RealDecoy, I was given the opportunity to become a people manager. And I realized that, hey, I could use all these different skills and make it my own role here at RealDecoy, pulling from the technical concepts that I studied for, that I learned, that I practiced for so many years, and gelling it with the concept that I learned in the Scrum Master certification, as well as coaching. So my style of management even is servant leadership, is very coach approach. And I get a lot of fulfillment from that every day. So every day it's still a process of learning and growing and being able to have good conversations with persons, even difficult conversations with persons, not shy away from those challenges that come up every day. The strategic versus operational, because those operational days are meeting filled days. I play Tetris with my calendar on a regular basis. So I try to actually toggle my weeks so I can have very meeting heavy weeks and very light meeting weeks where some of that strategic work can get done and some of those administrative pieces can get done as well. So at the end of the day, really what I'm working towards is being able to see persons push through some of the things or even all of the things that we acknowledge was holding them back. Being able to see that star, see them in their glory shining, right? I enjoy seeing them increase their awesome on a regular basis, moving up to that new level that they're capable of. It just took some conversations, it took some journeys, it's really satisfying. I'd say go ahead and do it. There's so many resources out there, so many more compared to past. Tech is pervasive. It is across all industries. I can't even think of one industry where tech has not assisted in some decision making. Tech has not made their processes more efficient. And, there are more doors than ever before. And in the event that there isn't a door, it's even much easier to create your own door or create your own window nowadays versus in the past. So go ahead and do it. There are so many opportunities. The landscape is so vast out there. Got nothing to lose. Well, before I touch on exactly what that looks like, I definitely wanted to shine a light on why I do it. In my years, I didn't see a lot of women in tech. 5-year-old me around that Gateway 2000 machine only knew Bill Gates and Steve Jobs at the time, right? There weren't any big females to emulate in the sector. So continuing on my journey in tech throughout university, I actually wished I had leveraged my network a little more, have some more conversations with a few of the women in tech to get a better understanding of what is out there, a little more guidance. So I believe in paying it forward. I actually have a little sister who I assist as well, and being able to pay it forward to the generation coming up, is something very important to me. So how have I paid it forward so far? Partnered with the UA mentorship program for a few years in being able to guide persons on their journey in choosing a career right for them. So it may not be a woman in tech, it may just be a person in tech, right? They have a lot of questions, and I'm more than willing to be able to guide them using my experience and using some of the things that I wish I knew at their age, right? Another thing that I've been involved with is the Youth Can Do It program, where they have a mentorship program specifically targeted to women in tech who are looking for those role models. So those two are really my areas that I'm comfortable in paying it forward to the talent overall in tech. I think that's such a great question because I've thought about it time and time. I think it's to really empower persons, and including myself, to be the best versions of themselves every day. Some days we can make a change that makes you 5% better, but you shouldn't discount that 5% because it's 5% more than yesterday. It's about progress, not perfection. We at times can get caught up with the idea of perfection, and to be able to make 5%, 2%, 1% every day is some percent that we didn't have to do before, right? So there may even be days that we're not at 100% that we can give an extra five, but we also need to learn to be compassionate with ourselves, especially on those days. It's easy to keep going, and there is a burnout, a point of burnout for us, right? But we need to also be compassionate with ourselves when we are approaching our limits. So,